Alright, what's up guys? So, back again. Took a little hiatus, but now we're back, and what better way to kick it off than with an eating video. So, just got back from the gym. Now I'm gonna make like my dinner. I'm gonna just keep it simple, and I just do a lot of meal prepping, so I'm just gonna scoop my food out of these big bowls that everything's ready in, microwave it, and then it's pretty good to go, nice and simple. I like keeping things simple. So, we're just gonna do some potatoes. Then I got some ground beef that I'm going to use as well. And then I think I've already had my veg for today, so I'll skip on that. And then probably add a little bit of olive oil for some healthy fats. And I think I'm going to actually fry a couple of eggs. Do 2 eggs with this as well. Everything is more or less the same. I pretty much eat similar foods all day, every day, just to keep it simple. But I'll show you guys when it's all ready to go. Okay, so here we go. So this is what it looks like, just so you guys can see. You're gonna get pretty used to seeing this because I eat this meal pretty often. So just to recap, ground beef, potatoes. For sauces that I added here, because it's a little bit saucy now, a little bit of mustard, Frank's Red Hot Buffalo, and then I actually, instead of putting the olive oil, I decided to go with some hummus, because I already did have some almond butter this morning, so I did get some healthy fats already for the day. And I didn't really feel like eating anything super oily, so I just went with the hummus. So what I'm gonna do for these videos, guys, is I'm just going to show you guys pretty much like a meal that I eat for the day. Honestly, it's probably gonna be dinner because I wake up pretty early because I work at 7 a.m. And I mean, for some of you, that's probably not super early, but there's other people living in the house here with me. And for me to be filming and talking at 5 a.m. is probably not going to be the most pleasant thing to wake up to. So probably don't want to film breakfast too much, but just to let you guys know what I eat on a daily basis, I'm going to screenshot and take a picture of my meals from MyFitnessPal on my phone and just post those so you guys get basically a full day of eating with every single one of these videos, but you don't actually have to watch me eating every single meal. You can just watch and see like what the meals are comprised of, obviously, like what the different ingredients are. And you guys pretty much will see mostly my dinners because I'm not really going to film at work either because I work in a hospital, so that's not really a possibility. So yeah, it'll be dinners. And I typically eat about 3 meals a day plus a snack, so like 4 times a day. So breakfast is at home early in the morning, my 2 lunches, or my snack and my lunch at work, and then my dinner after the gym or after a workout. So you guys will see how it's structured. Honestly, I eat so boring. So simple is what I should say. Simple, not boring. But my carb of choice, potatoes. As I find potatoes versus rice, you can eat way more potatoes for the same amount of carbs as you could for rice, because potatoes aren't as dense in carbs. And apparently, like, I don't know if it's actually true, but potatoes are like #1 on the satiation list. That's a pretty fancy word for meaning keeps you full. So especially because it's a fat loss phase, and really it's a fat loss phase into maintenance. I want to pick foods that are going to keep me full, and honestly, if you can only have a little handful, like this is a pretty decent sized bowl of food, and I got pretty big hands, guys, and it's a pretty full bowl of food, and it's 350 grams of potatoes cooked and 150 grams of extra lean ground beef. It's quite a bit of food to eat for a dinner, and yeah, like, I mean, it's gonna fill me up. So if you want to lose weight, but also if you want to maintain that leaner state, then it's gotta obviously become a lifestyle. So you gotta pick foods that you enjoy and that do what you need them to do, but then you also need to like enjoy it too. And to all those crazy people who go like, "Oh, I just eat for performance," then it's like, well, you know, you can do that for like a period of time, but you can't do that forever. I think like for performance, yeah, you could be a robot, but at the end of the day, like I'm not a competitive bodybuilder. I live a bodybuilding lifestyle and I enjoy bodybuilding. And of course, you know, Arnie's a lot of people get into bodybuilding because of Arnold, and you know, I want to say Arnie's the GOAT there, but I guess in a sense he is. But anyways, I live the bodybuilding lifestyle, kind of follow it a little bit loosely. If anything, I like just the fitness industry in general, like in some aspects. So yeah, like it has to be a lifestyle for me is what I'm trying to get across here. So I pick simple foods, and honestly with work, I work Monday to Friday. Like I just want to meal prep, get stuff done. I'm actually going to show you guys a meal prep video, and I'll keep showing you guys meal prep videos. And really this is just a chance for me to just like keep updating you guys on what I'm up to, and just constantly hopefully provide some motivation for you guys, because as you see me, because really honestly you got to pick something that works, which is not really that hard to find something that works. Like, you got to start at a certain point, and you can use a calculator online to like estimate how many calories you should be eating. And then you probably want to have like a cheat meal or like a high day every week or every 2 weeks or something like that, depending on what kind of person you are. And so obviously you don't want to have those high days too high, and then you got to see, are you trying to lose weight or are you trying to gain weight? And then is the calories working for you, or is it putting you in the opposite direction, like you're gaining weight even though you want to be losing weight, or you're not losing weight? And then you can just readjust. So really, like, finding out your diet is pretty well common sense. And then it's just consistency. So hopefully the repetitiveness of these videos just motivates you guys to stay on the grind, because it's doing basically the same things that work over and over and over and over, day after day, week after week, month after week, month after month, year after year. Consistency is how stuff compounds and how you become who you want to be. So just keep that in mind. So hopefully just showing you guys these meals over and over, what I eat, meal prepping, probably going to be similar stuff. Sometimes a little bit different, but for the most part, very similar. Hopefully it just kind of keeps motivating you guys to continue to stay consistent, continue to stay on the grind, because you need to eat every day. So, I mean, you need to meal prep every week. So, bam, you're going to have a video showing you some of my meal prep. And yeah, it just shows you guys that I'm still on the grind, and it keeps me accountable to you, and then it keeps you accountable to me, hopefully, that, you know, you see me doing it, so it just motivates you to, like I said, stay on the grind as well. So yeah, we can talk more about different things as they come up, but I recently actually just took out carbs out of my breakfast. Because I find that I want to have a slightly bigger meal for dinner. That way, if you're going to cheat on your diet, you're probably going to cheat on your diet at night when you're more tempted to, you know, at the end of the day, say like, oh, I'm super hungry, I can't go to bed, it's hard to sleep. So I figured if I kind of pull some carbs, pull some calories from breakfast, shift around the foods that I eat a little bit, and then push some of those carbs to dinner, I can have a little bit more food right before bed, and obviously not be stuffed, but not feel the temptation to you know, eat extra. If anything, you feel that hunger more earlier on in the day, as opposed to at night, which I prefer, because I also drink a ton of coffee in the morning. So with that coffee, it kind of blunts my appetite quite a bit and fills me up with a ton of liquids, and then I rehydrate with water, and then I don't need a ton of food. I just eat a little bit of protein in the morning. It used to be ground beef and potatoes, but now it's just ground beef, honestly. And guys, you might make fun of me, honestly, because like there's some days where I could literally, and I don't know if this is just a guy thing, I think it's a guy thing, I can literally eat the same meal, every single meal, for days on end. You guys don't have to do that, but you'll quickly figure out that like the simpler you can keep things on a weekly basis, and then have a day or two where you eat a variety of foods, especially when you want to have a cheat meal, obviously, or even when you just want to eat like slightly different foods and change it up a little bit for variety and not to get super bored, because obviously I can't eat every single meal every single day forever. You can do that. So yeah, like I'm pretty structured as far as being able to eat similar things every day, and It's kind of like how Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day. You know, he said less to think about. And in a sense, guys, it's kind of true. Like, I know I got to do my meal prep. I know exactly what I'm meal prepping. I know pretty much what I'm eating, and it's pretty much ground beef, potatoes, broccoli, some cauliflower, sometimes mixed vegetable packs to change up the veg. Did I say potatoes? Potatoes, and then eggs. So some meals I might change up the order of the meals in a sense. Like, I might have eggs and potatoes at a different time of the day than usual, depending on if I'm craving it. Or I might have like a little bit of hummus with a meal, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of almond butter. So I tend to do a little bit of almond butter in the morning with my bowl of ground beef, which sounds kind of weird, but which, you know, I didn't think I'd be that kind of person that just eats a bowl of ground beef, because I know like a lot of carnivore people do it. And honestly, my idea was, it's usually beef and potatoes, but I pulled the potatoes. So literally now it's just like, I just want a little bit of protein in the morning along with all my coffee. So, and then a little bit of almond butter for the healthy fats. So, and also to kind of keep me a little bit more full. And so now I kind of turned into one of those people that just eats ground beef in the morning. But it's honestly fine, like a little bit of protein, just because I like having a little bit of protein kind of around the clock. I'm kind of one of those hippies that wants protein feedings regularly, like 3 to 4 times a day. So yeah, so you guys will see, like I said, the picture of what I eat on a daily basis. So hopefully it gives you a good idea of what you can eat. And yeah, just stay on the grind, guys. Consistency is everything. When you first start dieting, if you're in a fat loss phase, and like I said, I'm in a fat loss phase right now, and then I want to maintain being lean and keep it as a lifestyle. You're gonna have to be on the grind, guys. And when you first start out, honestly, you look worse before you look better, because you have to lose a certain amount of fat before, when you start losing fat, you start to look more and more impressive. And I would say the closer, you know, it's different for everybody, but the closer that you get to like 12, 10%, as you start to get leaner, you start to look more impressive. But if you're like 15% and above, yeah, you'll look better if you're coming down from 20% to 15%, but like, you're not going to look super, super impressive. And when you start losing weight and you get flat and you're like 20, 25% body fat, you look pretty bad, because your muscles are flat and they're not pushing up against the skin. So you look worse for that body fat because you're flat, until you start to get leaner, to where when you lose body fat, since you're already like leaner and leaner and leaner, the muscle starts to look even more impressive, because there's not that much fat left. So a lot of the muscle is now showing when you lose more fat, even though you get flat. And of course, when you carb up, you're always going to look better no matter what, no matter how lean you are or how high your body fat is. So just keep that in mind. It's a grind, it's a daily grind, but it's worth it. It pays off. The time's going to pass anyway, so you might as well let it pass doing the thing that you want to do, one step closer to who you want to become. Got some little motivational stuff for you guys there. So yeah, this is what I'm eating. I'll show you guys the meals for the day, and hope to see you guys in another video. See you later.